Hello and welcome to the New Level Nerds Hellion 0.2 Changelog review. This update brings a lot of bug fixes and gameplay changes, including the option to choose between male and female at the beginning of a new game. The game now begins in the Crew Quarters module, a dramatic change from the cold, utilitarian feel of the rest of the game. Instead of emerging feeling like defrosted old salami, you are presented with a much more human environment designed for displaying loot and vanity items. Hellion now spawns different decor to customize your living space and to raise your nerd cred for when friends stop by. My favorite addition to this module is the windows, providing a view of the beautiful environment and planets. From here, we can see a couple starting modules at a small distance, instead of randomly spawning somewhere in the vicinity like they used to. Moving down to the Outpost module, you'll find the gravity is off, with the gravity control button on the wall, instead of hidden behind a railing. The usual medkit case on the wall is now empty, replaced with a medkit cupboard in the Habitat module. The power supply and life support panels have been switched around in keeping with the linear movement of new player comfort, as well as an addition of a Call Rescue Ship button next to the distress call. I was feeling antisocial and I didn't push it to find out what it does. Large item containers can be customized with descriptive names. Hopefully, this will help you figure out which items go in which specific box, as each large container is still limited to a specific type and number of parts. The color on the docking latch has changed from orange and green to blue and green. However, the guide on the adjacent wall still shows the old colors. Many of the changes in this update that will affect gameplay are in the ship. Immediately in the entrance, I noticed this strange square platform that I assume will have something to do with the addition of an automated turret. There is also additional shelf space for weapons, being that combat will become a more prominent part of the gameplay. With space and supplies being separated into civilian, industrial, and military zones, the chances of running into another player also hunting for a turret means you'll want to defend your claims. Defending your stuff has become easier with the addition of a control panel, which can set a list of players authorized to use the ship. You can also set a personalized name for your ship, which will be displayed in big, bold letters down the side. I was able to find some players taking full advantage to communicating their personal sense of style and life choices. The cargo bay has transformed into a hoarder's dream, with shelving space lining the walls. Each shelf is designed for exclusively small, medium, or large items, like the new refined material container or the oxygen container. There's also a basketball hoop for when you're lucky enough to find a basketball to play with. In exchange, the refining abilities of the ship have been removed to bring more purpose to going back to your station. The undocking glitch, where two undocking parts would jump through each other and sometimes pull players outside, has been replaced with a smooth, satisfying release. Movement with the ship has also been smoothed out, including a movement interface much more like the docking interface. Engine and RCS fuel are displayed in numbers instead of bars for easier resource management. Finding resources should now be easier, with a redesigned planetary and orbit system. Instead of a mess of random orbits, most things are on an equatorial orbit around their planet or moon. This will make finding abandoned outposts or ships much simpler. Scanning reveals a new way to display unknown objects. Instead of a purple fuzz which was impossible to navigate, unknown items let off ripples to help you navigate to their location. Since this will still create a lot of visual noise, a filter has been introduced to help reduce what you see on screen. After warping to an unknown distress call, I found a module in the vicinity listed as Ship that I wanted to check out. There was nothing there when I arrived, so I EVA'd my way over, only to experience this strange glitch on my HUD. I assume it has something to do with the new doomed outposts, as on my way back, this notification popped up to alert me to one. These are special modules on an impact course and have a limited time for players to rescue them. Unfortunately, the module was too far away and I wouldn't have made it in time. Finally, as I discovered during a sloppy warp, the cause of death is now displayed at your end screen. Now that we have arrived at the end, there are a few things I didn't include in this video, as well as a long list of bug fixes. Please, check out the Hellion forums for a full list of changes and fixes. And as always, we'll see you next time.